Abigail, maybe a little bit. I think we got most of it today. Most of it falling today. Good to see some rain, right, Alicia? So good. Man, we got some good rains. Didn't think we'd get this much. It was nice. Hey, Terry Bush. So glad you're here. So glad Don is helping out in Louisiana with loaves out of shirts. Incredible to be part of that relief effort. God bless him and his co-workers. It's so cool. Good evening, Deborah. Yeah, it was really nice. Hey, Samantha. Good evening, Debbie. Hope you're doing well. And a happy Monday night. Happy Labor Day. Bill Taylor here, Ken's 5 Digital Center. Wow. I mean, we talked about some chances of rain even as early as mid last week. We knew a front was in the forecast, but boy, did we get some outflow boundaries and get some big storms. Almost went severe in San Antonio. I was a little surprised the one cell and storm over northwest Bexar County did not go severe. But there was some pretty good winds. In fact, we lost a tree out here at Ken's 5. We lost power for a while here at the Ken's 5 studios. And it was during the 6 o'clock newscast, actually, that the lights went down while we were in video. Had we been on camera, or if I was doing weather and it happened at that moment, you would have seen it on your TVs at home. I mean, it went black in the studio for about 3 seconds, and then we came right back up on generator. But yeah, wow, what a storm package. We've got lots to talk about. Yeah, Dana, awesome rains. Good evening. Rain was awesome, right, Lucia? Really good stuff. Everyone pray for Don and his job. Absolutely. He won't be back. When will he be back, Terry? We do want to know that. So Terry's talking about the Lowe's, if I'm getting it right, the Lowe's store out in Schertz, northeast Bexar County. They sent a team, including your husband Don, over to southeast Louisiana to help with the relief effort in the New Orleans area. And we will be praying. I think that's so awesome. Yeah, Tina, traffic lights on Fredericksburg, all were out for sure. Don't forget, if that happens, it's a 4-way stop. All right, so first, oh, yours too, Mary. Yeah, absolutely. All right, first and foremost, the record-setting day in San Antonio. So it was the first day to hit 100. We hit 100. Even though all the rain falls, we hit the hottest temperature of the year today. Unbelievable. We have yet to hit 100. We hit 99 for the third time yesterday, and then 100 today at 2:20. It was hours before the rain moved in that the front, see what fronts do, we call it prefrontal warming. What happens in the atmosphere is as a front comes in, you get a compression of air. Remember that a front brings in cold, dense air. And so the atmosphere compresses a little bit right out ahead of a frontal boundary. So that's what creates that warm up. And we call that prefrontal warming. Well, sure enough, 100 this afternoon in that little warm up before the front and the outflows came through. So we're not going to get a big drop in temperatures, even though this was a front. It's not a cold front. It's not the first good fall front. Not happening. But we will have a north breeze. We'll talk about that. You can see that we should have stopped at 92 for the average this time of year. And we were too shy of the record from 1908. Old record, staying in place. So what was the record today? Well, this was the latest 100-degree day of any year in recorded San Antonio history. Pretty cool. See, on average, we hit 100 by June 30th. Last year, we did it on the 4th of July, so we were close. This year, we did it today, and we beat the record that was in place since 1985, September 1st. Of that year was the first 100-degree day of 1985. So today's September 6th, first triple-digit day of the year. Pretty cool. Don Lucero, good to see you. Loved it. Love the front, right, Terry? Arturo, series of outflow boundaries. Absolutely. Yeah, there were several. Hey, Chris, that's why I think once we get to daytime heating tomorrow, those leftover boundaries will fire up some more rain, more than likely south of the city, because they already came through here. They decay overnight, but they're still out there, okay? There's still just a little outflow boundary that once daytime heating fires up, you could get a couple of good little showers in areas south of us. Timothy Gonzalez, tough loss for Duke to Charlotte Friday night. Bad weekend for ACC. Right now, I know Ole Miss is all over Louisville. I love it. In fact, I watched, if you guys want to watch it, it was a wonderful special. Hey, Matt. His hour, long time. Terry, okay. I don't know what that means. Hi, Josie. Glad I got rain. Power flickered a couple times, but that's about it. Another winter storm this winter? Well, Max, hard to say that, but let's hope not. Not like what we had. We don't have power here. Oh, still no power for Ayana. Ayana? Fabulous rains. Amen. When we start cooling down, usually, Batello, it's going to be, or is it Franklin? I think it's going to be a little bit. I think it's going to be at least another couple of weeks before we get a good cold front. We hit 100, first time, Megan. Yeah, with all the rain. Incredible. Erica, oh, thank you very much for our praying. Absolutely, Kelly, for all our people in the southeast Louisiana area. Absolutely. Prayers are up for New Orleans. I was talking to Nicole Kahn today. Her and Olivia are back. We had our two colleagues there covering the storm and helping out our sister station in New Orleans, which is WWL. And then Nicole gave us a couple of live reports last week. She said it's so sad. I mean, there's still a good portion of that city without power. And the heat index is in the lower 100s. And no one has AC. I mean, no one has food. It's just terrible. On both years of late year, heating 85. What? Awesome, Lucia, absolutely. Both years of late year heating, 85 in 2021. We had a big snowstorm. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Isn't that wild? So the same year of the snowstorm, wow. Yeah, good call. We had big snowstorms both years. Isn't that something? And then we were late with the first 100 in both years. Good stuff, Dana. Please keep Gonzalez in your prayers. We lost our sheriff, Robert Yunklin. Oh, no. Oh, it was COVID. Oh, gosh, Bernice, that's so terrible. So sorry. We'll be keeping... How do you spell his last name? Is it Y-N-C-L-A-N? Is that correct spelling, or is that a typo? We will certainly be praying for the Gonzalez community and the sheriff's department there. That is so tough. Man, I hate COVID. This is terrible. Right, Rebecca? Yeah, cold water falling down, rushing waters in a lot of areas, especially northwest San Antonio. Let's take a look at some of the rain totals, because it was a very impressive cluster of storms that came through. So let's go back to, let's say, 6 hours. And look at that. Boom. Bernice, is that who gave me that? Yeah, Bernice. It's Robert Yunclan. So that's correct spelling. And that would be the Gonzales County Sheriff. Was he was the sheriff? I mean, he was in office as sheriff. I see it on my phone. Hi, Diane. Oh, yeah, you can. Diane, you can get the news. Of course, you know, you're watching on Facebook, I'm assuming, but if you download the Ken's 5 app on your phone, we stream all of our newscasts live. So at 10 o'clock, you open the app and you find the Watch Now. It'll be on the bottom, and you hit Watch Now, and our newscast will be on the news. I mean, on the phone. Bloomington, Illinois. Back in San Antonio Sunday, hoping for decent weather there. Hey, Jan. Absolutely. It'll be warm, but it won't be too bad on Sunday, but it'll be dry. Good for you. Come on back. In fact, we went up to Illinois with our UTSA Roadrunners, birds up, and we beat Illinois. That was a huge upset. That was a great win for the UTSA Roadrunners. First game of the year, and they win big. Too cool. All right, so there's the cluster of rain. Look at all of the lightning. What you see up in Blanco County, that's going to be Johnson City, is a flash flood warning, and that's going to be through 9:30 tonight. So flash flooding, they had about 3 inches of rain in that cluster. It just sat on top of Blanco County for a good hour almost. And that was heavy, heavy rain. So it led to flooding up there in Johnson City. That's in effect until 9:30 this evening. Want to take a look, now that you've seen that good rains coming through, Let's get a look at what kind of rain totals we saw today. All right, here it comes. Wow, boom. Let's go ahead and save this real quick. Oh, I've got it. Okay, now we're going to see some pretty big totals. 2.5 northeast of Bernie. All 2.5. There's 3.5 just inside 1604 between Bandera Road and I-10. There's a pocket north of Hondo. Look at that. Some big rains. And then the airport, so you go 410, 281, watch. 1/10 of an inch. I mean, it's just every time, okay? The airport will miss out on the rain. It'll be all around the area. Tonight, we've got a little community coffee, Joseph. Yeah, some really good stuff. Thanks for asking. All right. He just got sworn in in January. Wow. We really need to do that story. And if you don't mind me interrupting. Hey, Julie. Julie, not ready to check in just yet, but I did want to give you a heads up on this so we can check into for tomorrow. Apparently, I'm learning the Gonzales County Sheriff. It's in tonight's show. So, Bernice, thank you very much. We'll be honoring him and his family. And okay, appreciate that. The two dogs are missing from your home and shirts right now, Terry. That's terrible. Put out a picture on Facebook. I'll definitely share it. Whataburger does have decent coffee, Pete. There's a lot of other stuff that's better than their coffee, but they do have decent coffee. I've had it. Hey, Mia, what's going on? Glad you're watching. Happy Monday. Happy Labor Day. Hope you're having a good one. So glad you're watching. So, okay. It does appear, look, this is where the front's located, and since it's stationary and kind of washing out, we're really not expecting much more rain from this front, okay? You can see it right here that it's just kind of stationary north of the city, and it'll begin washing out where you see it. So we really don't expect any rain to materialize unless it's well south of San Antonio. Some of those decaying outflow boundaries, you know, it was a little, you know, early to still have those outflow boundaries active in tomorrow's heating, but it's a chance. Excuse me. But it would be, again, well south of San Antonio. That's why I can't rule a shower completely out. I'd go 20%, and that's what I'm going with for tonight's forecast for tomorrow, on a chance of rain tomorrow. South, maybe 30, you know, and I'm talking about, you know, from like Carrizo Springs over to, say, Corpus Christi, that far south, you know, and farther south to Brownsville. Because, see, here's what's going to start happening. Tomorrow, we still get a bit of an east wind, and then it's going to start shifting, and we get a little bit of a northerly breeze. So we've got northerly winds on the way for Wednesday, Thursday, and that's going to feel a little bit better. It's not expected rather to drop dew points much. Dew points are staying tropical, I'm afraid. Mid-60s, upper 60s, even some low 70s. But because this front's decaying, we're not expecting much rain. We had the Labor Day downpours, but it looks like Tuesday is going to stay dry. A few showers out to the west, a few down by the coast, and that's about it. We're not expecting much in the form of rainfall the next couple of days. So that's why we should expect it to be a pretty dry, hot forecast. Before I show you the 7-day, let me show you Hurricane Larry. This storm is a monster. 125 mile per hour sustained winds. You can't miss it. Look at it. In the center of the Atlantic, the structure on this is so impressive. The eye is huge. I mean, you could easily fit San Antonio and the metropolitan area in that eye. I mean, it is enormous. And the structure of this storm is very impressive. Pressure at 956 millibars. Remember, standard pressure on the planet Earth, 1013. Once you go below 1,000, it's really deepening, it's really strengthening. Moving northwest at 10 miles per hour, so grateful that this thing is taking a hard right. It's going to be a strong Category 3 all week, okay, all week. And it's taking all that good energy, all that good heat up to the North Pole. It's doing its job, and it's doing it effectively. It's not making landfall and causing any problems, but it's serving its purpose, which is a big heat transfer from the equatorial regions to the poles. It's how the Earth cools. So it's a very important process, and Larry's doing a great job. We still have a chance, albeit a small, slight, low chance, of this tropical wave becoming a tropical cyclone. It's not a cyclone now. Remember, cyclone has closed circulation. We have a wraparound. We have a center of circulation, right? This is just an open wave, an area of low pressure, now almost central Gulf waters. Deeper, warmer, and even if it does develop into a cyclone, it's expecting that the steering currents take a good hard right on this, and it heads towards northern Florida in the next 3 to 5 days. So we're not expecting anything off of that. All right, let's do the 7-day forecast, shall we? A slight chance of rain and warmer temperatures. Remember, our average high this time of year, you can see upper right, 92. We're going to do much more than that this week. 96 to 97 the next few days. I'm hoping a week from today's 90. I'm hoping. All Rudy's, 32-ounce drink cup and a $10. What's going on at Rudy's? Constant drivel over Calaveras Lake. That's nice, Terry. Good stuff. 32-ounce drink cup. $10 voucher towards Food for Five. All for Alzheimer's. Eric, awesome. Let's fight Alzheimer's. Love it. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, Samantha, no kidding. Good evening, Josiah. Got some good rains today. Mia, it might. You know, I mean, you can't rule it out. I promise you can't rule it out. But it's, you know, it's not as likely that what happened in February happens again this winter. But snow is always possible around here. It really is. Ice, always a little bit more possible because we're so far south that our temperatures don't get cold enough. Keep in mind, for snow, it's all about the temperatures from top to bottom. I mean, you have to have that whole column cold enough to support snow all the way down to the surface. And then you have to have the surface cold enough for a long enough period of time that it sticks to the ground. You know, so normally we get ice because somewhere on that descent, a layer of warm air melts that snowflake. And then it falls on not so hard or cold ground, and it, you know, it melts on contact, or there's an above freezing temperature aloft, and then there's freezing temperatures at the surface, and it comes down as liquid but freezes on contact, freezing rain. That happens a lot here. So, you know, again, it's possible but not probable. Good to see you, Hanak. How you doing, brother? So glad you're watching. Here's to Hanak. But again, after tonight, 20% chance tomorrow. Tonight's rain is done, but a 20% chance once we heat things up that a couple showers pop. Not likely, but possible. And then 96 to 97 through Friday. Mid-90s over a dry weekend. Looking good. And then you see it. 90 on Monday, maybe. Maybe. That's a long shot. Excuse me, but we'll go with it. Okay, it is time, before we wrap things up, brought to you by tonight, Community Coffee, to check in with Julie on what's coming up on Eyewitness News at 10. Julie!
Okay, I really like the story. It's a cute one. Doesn't start off that way. Anyway, pregnant mom, husband, go to Valero on Sunday
Okay, yesterday?
And head-on collision. She's like 9 months pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
And go to the hospital. Everything's okay.
9 months pregnant, husband and wife, car accident as they're going to get gas at a Valero.
They're like going to get like drinks.
Okay.
Drinks for Valero snacks. On their way home, they get into a collision. The dad's okay. The mom has some injuries, which makes her, go into labor a little bit earlier than she wanted.
Right.
Anyway, baby comes out okay. He's born on Labor Day.
Oh, on Labor Day, a Labor Day delivery. Wow, and a miracle that she wasn't injured too badly. Dad is okay, everybody's okay, but they had gotten into a car accident which induced labor, and she was rushed to the hospital, and we're going to have that story tonight. Wow, that's a great story.
Yeah, but another one, Pringles. They're getting ready, gearing up for Halloween.
Pringles Halloween.
Yes, so their Pringles can is actually glow in the dark.
Yes, a glow-in-the-dark Pringles can. Got to see it tonight at 10. Don't forget, too, we've got the recap of today's rain and storms. We had lightning hit a home and cause a fire, as well as an apartment building and cause a fire. So we're going to have the latest on what happened when lightning hit both of those spots. Thank you, Julie. Sounds like we've got a packed show tonight. All right. All okay. Thanks for asking. Trees fell like a small tornado came through. Oh, wow. Whereabouts? Where's this, Alma? Calabria? Oh, okay. Wow. Lightning strike. Yeah, exactly. Adrian, that's exactly what we were just talking about. Lightning did strike a house and it caught fire. We'll have that story tonight at 10. You too, Samantha. God bless. Thank you. That would be awesome, Raul. The 10th, I'll take it. Don Bush is missing by my 2 dogs. I see what you're saying. Off Calabria and Rogers, trees rooted on homes. It was crazy. Oh, wow. Alma, thank you very much. That is, yeah, we had some serious winds come through with these storms. We had 45 clocked at the airport, 55 clocked at Hondo. So some serious wind gusts today. St. Hedwig, Jaime, what's going on? Good to see you. Oh, good, Bernice. Absolutely. I'm glad to see you're feeling better. I know we had molds, pigweed, ragweed, fall elm. I think we had all 4 in the air today, but all 4 were pretty light. Either way, that's a cocktail of pollen, so it's never going to feel that great, right? Never going to feel that great. All right, I will leave you with the 7-day forecast and hopes you'll join us for Eyewitness News at 10 tonight. All right, in just 30 short minutes. God bless. I love you guys. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Take care.